Everyone, hope all of you are doing great. So in the last video we have successfully completed our entire home page. We have tested all the functionality and everything's working fine. In this video we're going to work on the image detail page. So here we are back in the project. Now click on this image, working on our image page. First we have to import couple of things from React. So we need use state, use effect. Then we have to import the ether package because we have to convert the money. Then we have to import the router because we have to get the ID from the URL. Then we have to do the internal import, and then we have to import the cart component. We have to import the header, we have to import the footer, notification, and logo, and product. All of this component we are receiving here. Then we have to import the use state context because we have to get the function for getting the NFT details. Then we have to get the work on the image details. After that we have to simply get all the function from our context: address, contract, get upload images. Then we'll say set loading, donate fund, single image, and that's coming from our context. Then come down, we have to take the URL query. So first we have to take the query from the router. So we'll take this router.use router, and that we have to deconstruct the router, and that we have the query, and that's what we have to take. Once we have the query, we have to take a state variable. We'll say all images and set all images to the empty array. Then we'll take this notification state variable. Then we'll take this support empty. Then we'll take this image. This will keep all the information about the image. We'll come down, we'll take this fetch image. Inside that we have to call this on image, and we have to call the function we have created, single image, and we have to pass the ID. So that's what we are passing. We have to convert it into a number, and that's what we have to pass. We can't pass it as a string, otherwise it will throw an error. Then we'll take this const variable, we'll say images, and we'll say get uploaded images, and this will give us all the images we have in the contract. And then we have to set this in our state variable, and then we have to console log this. So this is the very first fetch function we have. Now we have to call this function. We'll take this use effect, and we'll say if we have the contract, then we have to call it, and if there is a changes in the address and the contract, then we have to call it. So that's the very first function. Now we can take this donate amount, because this is the function we're going to attach on a donate, so they can donate and to the particular NFT or images. It's going to be async function. In that we have to take the set loading to true. So when they will click on the donate, we have to display the loader unless or until the transaction not get completed. Then we have to take this await donate fund, and we have to simply pass the amount. We have to convert this into the decimal point in VAE terms. Then we have to pass the ID, and the ID we have in here in the query. So we are passing this data. So that's the function we have, and now we have to work on the JSX. So now we have to work on the JSX, and we have already built all the components. All we have to do is to plug the actual data. So we'll take the div. It will have a class called home. In that we have to call the header component, and we have to set the notifications and the set notification props. Then we have to come here, and then we have to display our image. So we'll say if image is equal to undefined, means there is no data, then we have to display our loader. Otherwise we have to display our component. So we'll take this product component, and in that we have to send the props. So we have to set this set loading, we have to set the donate amount function, then we have to send this set notification, and we'll also send this set support, and we'll send this to images, all the image data. And that's what all the things we are passing. Close this one, and now we have to display our div. It will have a card, and here we have to display all the images we have listed in our contract. So we have to simply loop over it, and we have to pass the data into our component. So we'll take this card, and we have to send the props. We'll set the key, we'll send the index, then we have to pass the image data, and these are the three props we need to send, and the set notification and the notification. So these are the 5 props we are sending. So looks pretty good. The notification is also there. Now we have to close this one, and we have to slice it down to 8 because we don't want to display the entire. If we have 100, so we don't want to display the 100 one. Or if you want to filter based on the category, you can do it very easily, and I have covered that extensively in the real estate dApp project. So I believe that if you haven't built that real estate dApp project, make sure to build that one is one of the project which you can include in your portfolio, and you will have tons of learning. So in that you can have, in that I have covered extensively that how you can divide the entire data into different categories and component, which I'm not going to do in this. You can easily able to follow that project if you want to do that and include into this project. Now close this div. Now we have to take this footer component because that's also ready. Now we have to take this notification component. So if we have the notification then we have to display our component, and in that we have to pass the data. So we'll take this notification component and we have to pass the props notification, and we'll pass this set notification. So these are the two props we are passing. Simply close this one, and now we have to render the donate loader. We'll take this loading. If it's true, then we have to display our div loader, and then we have to display our logo, and we have to close it, and we have to close this one. Looks fine. Now we'll take this div, close this one, and that's what we have to export. So that's all we have to write here in our image detail page, and this will work absolutely fine. So hope this entire thing makes sense to all of you guys. So all of things we have written, first we have imported from the React, Ether and use router. Then we have imported our internal files, component and the context. Here we are taking all of the function from our context. This is the query we are getting from the router. These are the state variable. This is the function we are getting when the page will reload. And here we have the donate function, which will call our function, and we are simply calling the functions. Pretty simple. Save it. You can come back to the browser and you can have a look. So if you reload the page, right now it's stopped, so let's reload it. Okay, so you can see our application is looking fine. Now here we have the images. If you click on that, it will take you to the image detail page, and you can see here we are on the image detail page ID1, and here we got the entire data. So right now our product detail page has all the data, and here we have all the card images. Everything is looking fine, name, descriptions, and the image is hard-coded, I guess. So this is not what I have clicked on. If I click on this and here we have this different image. Okay, I know what is the problem. You can see all of the data is looking absolutely fine. We can able to click, and we can able to redirect to the image detail page, and the ID is also reflecting the name, the data is, all the things are looking fine. So we have to do the changes in the image, and I know that I have hard coded the image data. So simply come back to the product, click on that. Come here, go to the closest one, and we have the product here. And instead of hard code images, we have to simply provide the actual image. So I'll simply uncomment this, and I'm going to remove this one and save it. So this will fix the issue. So come here in the browser, and you can see we have the image looking absolutely fine. If you come back here, looks good to me. Now just a moment, here we are. Click on this, and here we are. So this is the mother love baby and the category and all of the things working fine. So if you click on this copy URL, you can able to copy the URL, and you can paste, and you can have a look. This is the URL of the images, looking good. Now if you click on download images, it's going to download. So click on that. Okay, click it one more time, and here the image is downloaded. So here we have downloaded the image, looking fine. Reload the browser, we can download the image now. So just a moment. Now you can click on download, and you can see we can download that one. If you click on that, the name is also given, and here we have that image in our local system. Looks pretty good. Now we can donate the font as well. So right now we have 0 donation in this. If you reload the page, and just a moment, and here we have the donation is 0 right now. So let's donate couple of things, amount, sorry. So by default this is the value we have assigned, but the user can increase that one. So let's go to very less because I don't have much. I'll donate this amount. Click on donate, and here we have the loader. It's loading, and here we have the pop-up. We are donating this amount. Click on confirm, and this will make the transaction. So just a moment. So it's taking a little bit time, and finally the donation is completed. The page is reload, and here you will find the amount we have donated here. Looks good. If you come back to the home page, and everything is working fine, we have no issues. You can see recents, we got that one as well. You can filter, you can click, and you can come back to the image details. All of the things are looking fine. We have all of this data. Looks good. You can download that one. Close this one. You can donate the fund. Close this one. You can copy, and you can paste. So things are looking fine. We have no issues in our application. Come back to the home, and let's come back here. Looks good. What else we can test? So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. Hope you guys have got an idea, and everything's working absolutely fine, and I believe that you guys have no issues in your part. If you guys are stuck anywhere, and if you guys have encountered anywhere, make sure to have a reference of the code and try to rewatch the video. That will fix the issue. But everything's working fine, and now we have one more video. In that, we're going to work on the API section, and we're going to build the API page where we list out the endpoints for the user to copy and make the calls. So let's move to the next video.